Another couple of minutes to go, so
Okay,
it might be
guys,
okay.
we got 5 minutes left.
So, anyway.
Just 5 minutes left.
Time is running out. By now, their food should be going onto the plate.
Right, that's it, guys. Time is up. Okay, Hugh, bring up your dish.
First up, Hugh, with tortellini of braised wood pigeon, pan-roasted pigeon breast, chantilly mushrooms, hazelnuts, parsley aioli, and creamed garlic sauce.
It's a great opportunity to get that objective, really professional eye on my food, and I'll find out pretty quickly if I'm as good as I think I am.
Are you happy with it?
I'm never happy with my food, but...
It is messy, yeah.
It's intentionally to look like sort of fallen leaves. It's because it's in a autumnal dish.
Okay. This dish, to me, today, was the one I was most interested in tasting. Wood pigeon is such a mature, even idea. The problem with it is the refinement. This is an exciting dish, so it's got me excited talking about it because it has passion in it, it has knowledge in it, but it doesn't have refinement in it. Good potential, we'll say. That's the whole point, yeah?
Such a shame because, again, I'd be on Dylan's side there saying, you know, what a wonderful, appetizing dish on paper. And you think, wow, this man has something because he's going to use some wonderful ingredients. And then once you get it, you look at it and you actually say, it's not that good looking. Oh, shame. The wood pigeon could have been cooked more. It just lets itself down. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Okay, Bill, bring up your dish, please.
I'm very proud of this dish, actually, and it's something that I would make again. So.
Bill has cooked his Alabama hometown favourite, pan-fried mackerel with fried green tomatoes and a Creole remoulade.
So you happy?
I am happy with it.
So you'd do nothing different?
Well, I wouldn't ruin another 2 pans, so.
I like this. I like it. It's something different, even though it looks a little bit bulky.
Okay, Bill. I did really like the sound of the dish, I have to say, and it does look very pretty. Yeah, it's like a prototype waiting to get out to do something a bit more refined. The mackerel, yeah, it is overcooked. The Creole remoulade, it goes really well. I think you came in here with a vision of what you wanted to create. And yeah, again, it's not a bad plate of food, so thank you so much.
Thanks, Bill.
Sarah, if you'd like to come up, please.
Sarah was cooking ginger and pear pudding with a ginger wine and brandy sauce, walnut praline, and vanilla ice cream. But she faces the judges empty-handed.
So,
Sarah, oh, what happened?
I just got my timings wrong. That was all. Didn't get the pudding into the oven in time.
Yeah, but you obviously practiced beforehand.
Oh, yeah, lots of times. Just different oven, different equipment, and it just didn't work out for me today.
Shame, because I did like the sound of it.
it's unfortunate, Sarah, but thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to have the biggest glass of wine tonight.
All right, Mark, bring up your dish, mate, please.
Walking up with my dish, I will be nervous. Yeah, it's a lot of hard work and effort to get here, and, you know, for one dish and be sent home would be hard to take.
Mark's dish is curried chicken breast, braised fennel, pui lentils, and harissa tahini dressing.
All right, Mark, what's this?
It's kind of like a Moroccan-style dressing or sauce for meat.
Where'd you get that?
Where did I get it?
Yeah.
The idea?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
Tell me about the fennel.
I just browned it off in a bit of oil and tried to braise it in orange juice.
Why did you do it like that?
I tried to intensify the more citrus flavour to try...
And sweetness.
And sweetness, to try and sweeten the dish.
You're right, you know, something like that that's hot, it needs a cooling process, it needs a sweetness. And your choice is a fennel. However, it does look like something I've just picked up off the barbecue.
It looks so bad, but actually I quite like it. It looks massive. You know, you wouldn't really want to eat any more of that than a couple of bites, you know? It just needs love and attention a bit more.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks very much.
Cormac, if you're ready, will you please present your dish?
Next, Cormac and his salmon ballotine with potato rosti, spinach and pea and mint puree, which he hopes will keep him in the kitchen for the next stage.
Are you happy with it?
The lack of sauce, I think it takes away from it.
Okay. Have you tasted this before, have you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Difficult, in all fairness, because ultimately, using those wonderful ingredients, you could have really done a fantastic presentation, because the colours there really do go well against the white porcelain. It just doesn't live up to what I was expecting it to do. I'm not mad about it.
Okay.
Cormac, I gotta be straight from the start. I don't see any point in me tasting it. You've poached some salmon. There's nothing appetizing about that. The olives that go in the middle of it do not work with anything else unless they're done in a completely different fashion than what you've done them. The pea mousse is lumpy. The rosti is it's completely raw. That's raw potato. It just doesn't look appetizing. I don't want to eat it. What's more important, if you told me that it was an absolute nightmare of a day and that nothing worked and nothing came together, then I'd be prepared to taste it. But the fact that you think that the only thing wrong with that is no sauce, it just speaks volumes to me. So if you don't mind, I'm going to pass completely, okay? Thanks, Cormac.
Thanks, Cormac.
It's disappointing that they didn't taste it, but I can completely understand why he wouldn't, and I suppose that's my fault.
Diana, if you're ready, will you please present your dish?
I hope I'm going to impress the judges. That's all I want today.
Diana serves Nick and Dylan's last dish of the day, Barbary duck breast on potato rosti, green beans and a cherry sauce.
Hi.
What's wrong?
No, I'm not happy
Okay, tell
to
me
serve
why.
this to you guys. I wanted to give a nice, perfect plate of food, and timing. My roast is completely ruined, and yeah.
What's wrong with your rosti?
Well, it was just possibly soaked in the duck juices.
First of all, yeah, it looks great on the plate. I have to say, you worked well on the presentation, so that's always a bonus. Yeah, I can see where you've sort of made a few mistakes. Your rosti is not great, but as you know that. So, yeah, it's not a bad attempt.
Thank you.
You did 2 rostis, schoolgirl error, which was carving the duck on top of it, and then it hadn't
I know.
rested. Do you know what, though? At least you can see it. It'd be worse if you couldn't. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for cooking for us. Will you now please leave the Masterchef kitchen? Okay, so let's just go through what we've seen today. Mark there.
Even though the dish, it wasn't that complete, it showed that he had given it some thought. I don't want to make allowances for him just because he's young.
No, but I think that he'd be able to learn and absorb.
I see that in him. Sarah?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, everybody's working with new equipment, and it's very rare that somebody doesn't produce a plate of food.
Bill.
Bill,
Bill, yeah, I mean, again, it sounded lovely on paper. It could have been executed a bit better.
He seems to have a relationship with food. It's a very rustic one. He's definitely a maybe for me.
Okay. Well, let's move on to Diana. She knew the faults that she had.
I think she's a keeper.
Okay.
Cormac.
Cormac, yeah, I mean, I know I took one for the team there, but it just wasn't appetizing, was it?
I mean, I don't want to beat the dish up anymore, but it was abysmal. It was one of the worst dishes I've seen on Masterchef, so fair play to you for eating it. Right, next.
Hugh, wood pigeon. Everything sounds lovely, but the execution wasn't there.
No, it wasn't there. Time will tell.
Okay.
Standing in front of Nick and Dylan is very daunting. You have no idea what decision they're going to make.
It's the pressure of it all, and you can feel sort of your vascular system pounding in your ears.
Guys, thank you so much for cooking for us today.
We'll only be taking 4 cooks through to the next stage.
The first cook to leave the Masterchef kitchen is... Sarah. Thanks, Sarah.
It's a competition at the end of the day. So I knew straight away I was going to go, and I didn't have it on a plate. So these things happen. I just made a bad decision.
The second cook to leave is... Cormac. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's disappointing, but I could see it coming. The feedback wasn't great.
This is a completely different experience. And I know in future, when I'm watching this on the television, I'll be feeling heartbroken for them because it's really, really tough.
Well done. You guys are through to the next stage. Tomorrow, you'll have your first taste of life in a professional kitchen.
Each of you will experience a lunch service where you'll be cooking for paying customers.
Best of luck.
I'm here for the challenge, and I think it's going to be a big challenge tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is very daunting.
You're kidding me. It's going to be crazy tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to that challenge.